ball where he's got over, you know, the gain line. He's just post-tackle. He's carrying ball extremely well. Oh.
Well, welcome to the game.
He is.
Kelma Tuilagi. He's just come on for Hamlin Uele. And he's got a big hit. Bruised ribs right from the start. To the feet goes Paula. Plays it out to that right-hand side. Levi. Been operating superbly well with Huddersfield in the Super League this year. Here's Papali'i looking for an offload, flicks it away, keeps it alive. It's the other big fella down the middle, Junior Paolo. He keeps it alive as well. There's a hand there from Farnworth, which I think was pretty important, because had he not, be a knock on Samoa's head and feet at the scrum, but that got away.
Again, the two offloads from the big lads in the middle, you know, created the numbers on the right-hand side, and he was desperate to get his hand onto that ball because there was a clear overlap on the right-hand side.
So here's the thing, when you're playing against Samoa, you've got to be careful of the counter punch, because whatever you do with them, Jonathan, they can find a left. Mr. Farnworth had no other opportunity than to knock that ball down there, or they're in the backfield.
Well, he gives Samoa possession inside the England half here and a chance of ill. Taker 40 metres out. Levi a dummy half, stands and plays back towards the middle again. Big effort once more from Tuilagi. West Tigers forward. He's off to Manly next year. It's picked up by Levi. Short pass again. They're just trying to bully their way through the middle at the moment, but they'll spread it wide soon. Here comes Levi, another set of 6.
Oh, big set.
So suddenly Samoa have got a great advantage here. 6 more tackles to have a go at this line. Sua put down within sight. Levi up and delivers the pass. Papali'i decides to have a go himself. 3 defenders doing the job, but they've plenty more work to do here. Levi once more spins it back. Milford out to Luai. Luai with a footwork, trying to rip a hole. Drop the ball. Drop the ball. You can't play the game without the rugby league ball in your hands. He claims it was stolen, but it's England's head and feet.
And that was the first test of England's concentration defensively, because they're going to throw lots of different shapes and lots of different styles of football at Samoa. A good captain's challenge here, have we, Dave?
Yes, we have. First captain's challenge of the tournament. So this is Robert Hicks who'll have a look at this. Every team has 1 captain's challenge per game. If it's successful, they keep that captain's challenge. If it's unsuccessful, they lose the right to challenge the referee for the rest of the game. So this is a big moment here. Big moment.
I think Luai is claiming they had the ball knocked out of his hands rather than he lost it.
Yeah, I think it's.
I think that's what they'll look at.
Yeah, I think they're looking at Welsby. Welsby made the tackle.
I'm just waiting for replay.
It's not something we see in Super League. It is something that is in the NRL, and he's now in the international game as well.
Watkins
Have you got another angle for me, please, Director?
So are they adjudicating whether that ball is stripped by Watkins, or he's lost control of the ball, Luai?
The English player is just attempting to make a tackle. Yeah. Jerome Luai knocks the ball on. The challenge is unsuccessful.
There we are.
Okay, so it's a loose carry.
Well, there you go. Unsuccessful challenge from Jerome Luai. McMeekan making the tackle, not stripping the ball. The referee's original decision stands. England's head and feed, and Samoa don't have another challenge to make now in this match.
They've got nothing now.
I think there was a strange call, a very early call in the game. The first time they've had an opportunity in England's 20. I thought, very rash call, I thought, because I thought he looked as if he'd lost control. There we are.
Well, it would be interesting to see what Coach Wayne's procedure is. Do you go to the captain and somebody who has an influence on the team, or do you let anybody, as Luai just thrown in this, I'm the captain, and it's a challenge.
So England in possession, and they have a penalty. So it's going to be a kick to touch, which Sam Tomkins will dispatch out there and gives England those bonus yards here. These are yards they don't have to work for.
Wait here, guys! Wait!
Well, I've been impressed with England's outside backs in the way that they're helping the forwards play in and around the middle and get forward against this Samoan team.
So England looking to power forward. Tanya down on the touchline. You've got some injury news for us.
We saw Braden Hamlin-Uele coming off. He's in a lot of discomfort with his left calf. He's got a large bag of ice strapped to it and looks pretty distraught and is being consoled by his teammates.
Talking about tournament, not just matches, aren't you, when injuries come in like that? So players will be disappointed if it ends here and now. But England looking to build again. Out of dummy half goes McIlroy. 3 to go in this tackle count for England. Tompkins at dummy half. Here's Victor Radley. Radley away to Williams. Williams with a step. Can't get it away. Swamped by defenders. Last play. Who's at dummy half? Hill's at dummy half. Quickly re-establishes the kick from Welsby. Has gone straight into the hands of Crichton. Crichton's not got the pace to get the distance.
I'm surprised there.
But he has lifted the pressure on that Samoan defence.
I thought that he'd have the gas head, you know, just put his foot in the pedal and have a run. He was caught very, very easily.
It was a poor kick from Welsby, wasn't it?
It was, poor kick.
So Samoa in possession. England leading 2-0. A worry that it's only 2-0 from an English point of view?
Well, for me, yes, but let's take the positives. They've been very positive. They haven't had any trouble going forward against this Samoan team. We've got lots of individuals. Radley, Farnworth, Makinson looking dangerous. Williams is looking dangerous when he takes. So staying at that end of the field is very important for England. This is the part of the field you don't want Samoa to have the ball. That's the danger. That's the worry for England. That element of concentration and discipline that they need in defence.
Well, it's the last play in the set here. What can they conjure up? The kick is from Milford. The chase is on. Tompkins will feel the pressure. Play on. No shepherding by Williams.
I thought
so
that was...
England get possession back again. Let's hear from a former England skipper down on the sidelines, Jamie Peacock.
Thanks, Hunty. Yeah, I think it's just been an excellent start from England so far, based off the back of real strong carries from the outside backs and the forwards, but also getting the detail right. England look really, really well organised when they've got the ball in their hands and attacking, and particularly in and around George Williams. My worry is, though, 2 opportunities and miss both those opportunities. You don't get many within test matches to take those. Hopefully they can create some more off the back of those carries and the ability to be organised.
Tompkins on the inside, Matilise is on the field. He brings a bit of kapow, doesn't he? Matilise up to play. It's Tompkins with a final kick at the end of the set. Oh, there's a chase on there. It's taken by Taboy Fidau eventually.
I think when England have been happy, you know, they're controlling the game, they're controlling the areas where the game is being played. They haven't given Samoa any opportunities, you know, in their own 20. And again, I think he's forced the error once again.
No, it's a penalty.
It's a penalty.
Penalty for Samoa.
They needed that, Samoa.
They did. They haven't had any ball time really. You know, they've been cutting the ball out of their own half all the time. They've only had 4 play the balls, you know, in opposition 20 so far. So that's how dominant England have been.
I'll tell you, it was interesting as well, the body language of the Samoan side ahead of that 6 when they were trying to bring it out of yardage. A lot of players who are taking plenty of time to get back, who looked a bit gassed at this stage.
A lot of hands on hips. Yeah. That's a sign of fatigue, but they can explode into life. So you've got to be really careful. That's why the element of concentration for England has to be of the highest level. And as JP said from the sideline, you've got to take your opportunities.
Sewer up to play. Levi throws it to that right-hand side. Tapau is on the field, brings it forward now, but hits again. 3 willing England defenders. Levi again has a look right and left. There's some big fellas out there, including Polo, the skipper. Junior Polo wants to play it as quickly as he can. Levi scampers, looks, there's a bit of a hole there, but it closes quickly. Last play again here for Samoa. 15 out. Last to go, it's back with Milford. Milford with the step, Milford with a chip, and safely taken by Welsby, and Welsby's on his way, but just feels a bit of a bump from Luai.
Yeah, so dangerous those half-backs. Ball in hand, you've got to close them down. You can't switch off defensively on the inside. You've got to keep pushing.
I tell you what, for an opener, this is a brilliant matchup. All the things you strategists want to look in the game, but if you're just tuning in on the channel this afternoon, you'll think, wow, what is this game?
Across the line it comes, but Samoa's line is quick, and England's advantage is kept to a minimum. Here's Victor Radley. Radley with a carry. Last play. McIlroy Back it comes to Williams. End over end kick. It's going to find the grass, is it? No, it's not. It's taken well by Tabuai Fidau. And Samoa start from there. Yeah, Robbie Hunter-Paul, what are you saying?
Well, we've just seen over the last 7 to 8 minutes, the last 3 sets from Samoa, England were absolutely swallowing up their go forward, so they've had to change up a few things. Danny Levi's obviously been told start to jump out of Akin half. He was one of the top meter makers out of Akin half in the Super League this year, and he's starting to cause some trouble in and around the ruck for England.
Here's Levi again, still 10 metres short of the halfway line here, so England will be fairly satisfied with the lack of progress so far by Samoa, but like the fellas have been saying, they've got so many electric players on that outside that anything can happen at any time. So power put down. Let's play. Slow play. Slow play the ball.
Very slow.
Well, the blue number 6 is the danger for England. Luai, Jerome Luai, if he gets the ball in some kind of space with people outside him, then watch out.
Milford's kick is a boom. It's taken by Tommy Makinson.
That's a poor kick again. He had plenty of time. I think Radley hurt himself. He put pressure on Milford, and he's kind of on his haunches in backfield there. But he'll be disappointed with that kick.
Watkins. Tell you what, he's had a great season, hasn't he, Callum Watkins?
Oh, he's having a great game here as well, Dave.
Playing in the centres. He's been playing second row this year. Oh, Williams has made the break. Gets the support on the inside. Wellesby's over for the first try in this World Cup. Listen to the noise now. Newcastle finds its voice. England find a little bit of magic, and they're out to a lead of 6 points to 0.
Yeah, great. That's what this crowd wanted. Wanted a spark to get behind this England side, and that guy has done a great support play. Direct running. You don't usually see it from one of the half backs, but it was just.
Well, it's the middle.
Your sleeves up, isn't it? There you go.
Look at this. Here's the first effort from Watkins. Gets to quick play the ball. Williams busts the line, and Wellesby's half-back partners on the inside to finish off the play. But Callum Watkins deserves all the credit there to get them rolling forward.
Yeah, Tompkins goes well, and it's Williams. They'll be disappointed with that defence. 2 players on a half-back. Should have put him to deck. But he runs through the tackle and has a great half-back. Welby's on his shoulder there. Tompkins asks the questions first of all. Great angle by Williams. Great support. England try.
Well, those people that love spine football, half-backs and full-backs will be crowing at the moment. Tompkins, Wellesby and Williams. 1-6-7 in and around the middle, and it's Tompkins that exploits the middle. Sean Wayne liked it as well, didn't he?
Yeah, I think that's a special moment. Colin Maskell, the tour manager, just behind him as well. Former Leeds hooker.
Well, you needed that. They needed that. They're in control of the game. They needed to come away with something.
That's a fantastic point you make there, Jonathan, because they're at all the ascendancy and only 2 points on the clicker, on the billboard. Now that's 6 and going to 8.
Second test appearance for Jack Wellesby. First England try. Here comes Makinson with the kick and puts it over. And 8 points to 0. Suddenly has a little more of a comfortable feel for England, and is perhaps representative of what they've done so far.
Totally deserved. Watkins has been outside. All the outside backs have found their fronts, and this enables Sam Tompkins here to jump out, destroy a couple of Samoan defenders. Finds Williams on the fly through the middle, breaks a tackle, and Wellesby's partner in crime up the middle.
Yeah, quick play of the ball. The importance of quick play of the ball. Tompkins spots it, goes at the dog leg defence.
Well, in and around the ruck, they were ordinary there, weren't they, Samoa?
They were.
Yeah, it's really slow with a restart here. I think they've taken them by surprise that they need a kicking team.
I'm almost worried in the press conference beforehand or through the week, Matt Parrish had said that we're a bit undercooked. Now, that can drift back to the team and sometimes give you, well, we're a bit undercooked, so wait for the next couple of games.
It's all right saying they're undercooked, but, we've said this a lot. 5 or 6 or 7 of them were playing in a grand final 3 weeks ago, so...
No, I'm reinforcing what you're saying, Dave. I don't buy into that.
No.
You've got to go full on right from the start.
One of these English players, it's a long time since they played rugby league in anger, isn't it?
And also, this is not a knockout game at the moment, right? Both these sides should go through, but the draw is a lot harder if you don't win this game.
Lose this game, you're likely to finish second. You're likely to play Tonga in the quarterfinals. Oh, what a ball! Brilliant ball. Dom Young's on his way. Cuts on the inside. This is spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. England are on a roll. it was Wellesby. Now it's Young. A debut try in Test match football, and that is one to remember. Brilliant.
I tell you what, not many people outside of the rugby league world would have heard of this guy Wellesby. Young kid, came on the scene, and he has been absolutely brilliant. He can play in most positions, and just watch the ball he gives Dom Young here. Just watch it. They come on the short side, 3-on-2, picks the right pass, and this has got a lot to do. He's got a lot to do. He just drifts inside the full back. Brilliant pace. What a try. What a try.
Well, here you see it in the narrow. Here's Wellesby going at the line. What a pass, as you say, 3-on-2. Dom Young still got to finish this. He's still got to beat Suaalii, who everybody's crowing about. I agree with you. Wellesby, Dom Young, Farnworth, they're superstars in the making.
Oh, we've waxed lyrical, haven't we, before the tournament began, about the sparkle in that Samoan lineup. And maybe we've just underplayed the sparkle in that England squad, because they've done it twice now.
I think in previous internationals and in previous World Cups, the forwards have always been there, but we've missed that little spark compared to New Zealand and Australia in the back line, especially the back three. Now, you know, this kid, Dom Young, Wellesby, you know, they are looking a lot better.
Makerson pops it over again. England are loving this. They're loving this. They lead by 14 points to 0. It's all going England's way at the moment.
Thoroughly deserved. Here we see that Wellesby goes into the line and releases Dom Young. He's still got Suaalii to beat, which he does, and then he opens up those big legs of his and gets there. I agree. The outside backs for me, Makinson, Farnworth, Young, Watkins particularly, and then the half-backs have been outstanding on the platform that the forwards in the white shirts have provided for them. They've had to do the tough stuff first.
Well, he's having the time of his life at the moment, is he, Dom Young? Great season in the NRL. What was it, 14 tries in 22 appearances this last year for the Newcastle Knights. Just a couple of games at Huddersfield before he went down under to learn and build on his trade, and it's obviously done him a world of good. Here's another man who's had a spell in Australia, Mike Cooper. Back with Wigan these days, and now Watkins will take it on.
I think they've controlled the game, you know, very, very efficiently. And then, you know, we spoke about 2 opportunities, Jamie did, but they've scored 2, created 2, and they're in a good position now. Just keep on doing what they're doing.
Back on the inside, Mike Cooper again. Another of those relatively fresh from the interchange bench. McIlroy at dummy half. Radley. Pass away was asking a little bit there, wasn't it? McIlroy out of dummy half. This is the 6, so it's the chip and the chase. Suaalii's had a bit of a shaky game at the back with those bouncing balls, but this time he picks up safely enough. And Samoa start from there.
England first class again with their exit strategy, so carrying the ball down the field, finding a short kick. They're in control of their defensive situation then. Everything going really well, and to plan, you would have to say, for England.
Is there going to be something coming from that Samoan side? And I think we just got our answer there from Junior Paulo. Crash, bang, wallop, and now they go wider, and again they untie themselves, and England get cheap possession back again.
That's just forcing the pass. You know, they haven't had much, you know, possession. They haven't had good field position. Now you can see they forced that pass. It wasn't on. Keep possession. They're getting frustrated.
McIlroy, England building again. Can they go back to back here with scores?
Well, the discipline with which they're playing, Dave, I have no reason to believe that they can't, as opposed to what Samoa are doing.
Radley. Victor the inflictor, 15 away. McIlroy back to the inside. Wellesby, now Williams. The 2 major generals in the middle. Here's Farnworth. He's had a game every carry. He's taken it past that first tackle by another 5-10 meters every time. Wellesby stops. Back again. McIlroy. Tompkins stops. Back again towards the middle. Keeping those Samoans guessing. Now it comes wide. McMeekan. Tackle 5. Here comes the last. They're numbering up on this right-hand side. Wellesby, and a pass away! Oh, Young's in again! Young's in again! It's absolutely magic. It's a combination of circus tricks and Superman as Young flies in at the corner, and England pleased at this moment.
Well, take a bow, Dom Young. That's a great finish on another outstanding Jack Welsby pass. All in purposes, you think he's going to kick the ball, he doesn't. He fires out a Young who's got millimetres, centimetres to work in, but he ain't going to be stopped there. Here's the error that gives England field position, and that's something that Samoa do have to address. They're picking it up, they're like sharks, and they go Welsby at the line again. Watkins the threat, Young the pass into the corner.
I think on the previous side there was an overlap. He's just ball watching there. The way he can't do that. You know, Paul Pierce can't just ball watch. When he shows, he just keeps and runs the touchline. Welsby's found him. He knows he's there. He's got to go out and pick his man there. You know, it's poor defence by Samoa there. But again, Welsby coming on the short side, inside runner holding the inside defence, and then a beautiful pass. The right choice. You know, brilliant play again by England. Very comfortable at the moment.
Oh, never mind, he's going to be a star in this World Cup. He is a star in this World Cup. He's just put his name in lights, hasn't he?
Absolutely. But he's not on his own. But the fact that he finishes with such aplomb, I think Welsby's as his biggest star, as Jonathan points out. He's just, the two passes he's just found in the last couple of series of players have been outstanding.
I think with Welsby, I said I compared him to Gary Conley, which is a high accolade. But also now I think there's a little bit of Iestyn Harris in him. So if you get, you know, a mix up of those two players, Welsby is a class act.
And what about a kid Farnworth on the other side as well? What a game he's having
going
so
well.
far.
We'll watch his kick.
I can't remember an England performance. We're only in the first half. Still a lot of games. I cannot remember an England performance as good as this for a long time. There's Makinson with a kick. It goes wide. Sure, the World Cup last time around, 2017, that final, you know, the grit, the determination. But in terms of what they're doing here to a very good Samoan side, it's been a long time since we've seen this, Brian.
To see Radley there again, he has been very influential. He was an inside shoulder, which gave the option for Welsby to put the ball inside, held that defence, and then just a beautiful pass. I think they've taken every opportunity. They've showed composure. So they play, you know, this is a brilliant, you know, 30 minutes from England.
There are some debutants that are certainly making a name for themselves, aren't they? Not debutants, but new players. You mentioned that COVID delayed this competition by a year. I think there are 3 players playing out there that might not have played a year ago for England.
Yeah. I think a year ago, Dom Young might have been playing for Jamaica, his country of heritage. His brother's playing for Jamaica, isn't he, in this tournament? Would Herbie Farnworth have been ready? Well, he's ready now. He's ready now.
Tompkins had a good game as well so far, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And again, hold, that's it. Good decision. Hold on to it.
McIlaurin picks up. Back to the middle they come again. Morgan Knowles is on the field.
Quick play of the ball.
Expect only the very best from him in this this tournament. Here's Williams. They're marching them downfield again here, but they're on the last play. England on the last play. That's not going to deter them to attack, though, is it? No, it's not. Welsby, little chip over the top, trying to find a little bit of space, but it's taken by Toho on that far side, and Samoa have it ball back again. But look how close to their own line again.
That's what they want to be. You know, we talk about the Samoan back three. We haven't seen them in attack. That's all they've done is carried ball out from a good set and a good kick to finish.
Yeah, England, and that's down to England's game management. That's down to their discipline. I can't remember them making an error, England. And that's the discipline and concentration we spoke about at the start of the game that they needed. Well, they've passed that test with flying colours.
Really slow from Samoa. Again at the back here. She's going to help England with their line speed in defence. They're really struggling to make yards here, these.
KO Minis, presented by Sportsbet.
A taster for the World Cup at the end of the year continues. Rep round involves specific tests, and here's another one of them. Tour Samoa against the Cook Islands, head-to-head for the first time since 2009. Tonight, they're at Campbelltown Sports Stadium. What is sure to be a big atmosphere. Corey Parker, it's exciting to be part of this. The games are about family, heritage, culture, and plenty of pride.
Yeah, good evening, Matty. Good evening, everyone sitting at home watching alongside. 2019 was the last time that these players had the opportunity to represent their beloved country. The emotion.
And suddenly England's dominance. Not quite as much.
But they're still dominant, and they shouldn't be distracted from going away from what they've been doing. That's the first error I can remember England made. Don't get me wrong, it's a double whammy. It's really costly because he had his pocket pick Wellesby, but they have to keep playing the same way, England. I think they've been really good.
Yeah, just, you know, don't chase it. There's no need that. He has, unfortunately, yes.
He gets an assist for that one.
Yeah. Points for Fantasy World Cup Rugby League, if that exists. Anyway, Samoa back in possession. 4 minutes to half-time. Is there a lift in their step? Is there an extra optimism, confidence, positivity about that body language now as they bring it forward again? Topau. Seen him many times in New Zealand colours down the years, but like so many, electing to play for the country of heritage at this World Cup. Aloiae. Going through the tackles again, it's slow, isn't it? From the play the ball, Milford, left it comes. The step from Luai creates a bit of danger, keeps it alive. Milford's going as well. England players around him, they can't pin the ball down. Levi has it now. Danny Levi, he will be stopped. And that's tackle 5, so 1 to go.
I think just went the wrong way, Danny Levi there, getting numbers on the right-hand side.
Tapau, last play, Milford's kick. It's a challenge as well, but not for Makinson, who takes it safely.
Well, it's the first time they've looked an element of threat there, isn't there, from Samoa? They have to be careful. A couple of times they've gone on the inside through Levi, and Luai turned back inside a couple of times. Just don't quite look fluent, do they, Samoa?
With again there, didn't make the yards, but again a really quick play the ball, wasn't it? So England on the front foot. Makinson will continue to try and prize that advantage.
The outside backs have been outstanding there. You can't separate them all. Whilst Young will get the headlines with his finishes, the work that they're all doing is tremendous.
There's Knowles, Morgan Knowles. England looking wide. Williams is looking down the middle and got the support from Makinson. Forward pass. Forward pass. Thought he found the key to the door. But the door slammed shut with the referee's whistle.
I didn't think it was forward.
I think he was in a good position. Actually, can just watch him. He blew straight away.
Back here. Tanya's got some injury news down on the sidelines.
Yes, Samoa really in the wars here. Tabao Filo's come off. He looks like his day is done. He's got a lower leg injury. They hope it's not broken, but it's not looking good.
Well, that's a shocker, isn't it? On the opening day of the tournament, that is bad news.
None of us want to hear that kind of news.
Levi comes left. Here's Tapau. Offload. Luai's influence is just growing.
Great offloads.
Levi again. Milford. Both halves are just taking it on their shoulders now, aren't they, to try and open up this England defence. He was looking for a restart there on the set. The referee said play on. Levi. Jerome Luai.
We're just getting a snapshot for our viewers at home. The team in blue have come to life a little bit in the last 5 minutes.
There's a reset. Minute and 10 seconds to go. So England have got to defend this. Samoa with an opportunity to narrow that gap again before the siren sounds. Oh, that's a brilliant catch. This time from Sualihi. And Sualihi, oh, England's defence recovers superbly. And boy, did it need to. Brilliant offload. I think it was Papali'i in the middle of that. England are offside there. Certainly on the outside, Callum Watkins came rushing out, but they've escaped that. I think a warning from Ashley Clyde.
Got away with that one.
Papali'i, sorry.
They're on.
It was Paolo, and then the kick to the England area, but Crichton's not going to get there.
Did an England player take it out?
Have a look at his face, Ref. Just have a look at his face. That's the answer.
No, I knew he hadn't got there. I knew he hadn't got there. I was just wondering if an England player had taken it out there.
Confirm that he knocked the ball on.
I'm agreeing with you, Dave.
That's how dangerous they are, though, isn't it? The offloads are coming in. Everybody wants
Good
the
to go,
half-backs all of a sudden are picking their game up. They're
Video
taking
ref
up
to
on the
director.
tired foot on the front
Can,
rowers.
we
And
please
they got
pause it on
beautiful
the boot
feet, you know.
from the kick.
Milford
And then follow through.
and Luai.
Here we go.
Right,
Well,
right side kick chaser on side from Samoa.
The post, maybe
Okay,
not
play
to-
through,
to
please.
Two players in blue on the inside of the kick are offside, but they're not involved.
Shoulder to shoulder. Okay, can I get a close-up now on potential grounding? And nice and slow, please.
He's saying no infringement, isn't he? It's just about the grounding here.
Session.
Have a look. Oh, I tell you.
Okay, can I
try.
go back on that, please? But can we speed it up a little bit?
Wow.
It just goes blurry, so can we just play? Yep. Stay at this speed. Yep.
Does he bounce it, or does he? Is it in control?
Yeah.
There's downward pressure there.
Yes, I think so.
Can I have that angle again, please? That angle. Yep.
Let's leave it to the video ref.
Okay, I've seen all angles to make my decision. Thank you, director.
It's a big one. 28 seconds at half time. This is a huge one. Which way is it going?
Has he gone up to the...
He said no try.
Knock on.
Yeah, knock on. Knock on.
That could have gone either way.
England will breathe a sigh of relief, but there you go. I mean, that will give encouragement. Crichton wasn't far away there, was he?
I think his body language gave it away a little bit. I'd have been a little bit more excited if I'd have, done that.
If he'd have punched the air, they might have given that try.
Yeah.
Just to remind our viewers at home as well, they're just tuning in, that just shows the danger of this Samoan team. You cannot, and the importance of concentration and discipline at the international level, as well as England played. If that had been adjudicated to be a try, they're one score behind.
Cooper with the drive, 10 seconds remaining in this first half. It's been terrific from England so far, but we've seen enough from Samoa to suggest there's a second half performance from them. But the hooter sounds. It's all about England's backs in that first half. They have been sensational. Not the least of them Don Young with his 2 tries. Again, not the least of them Jack Welsby with what he's created in that first half. But at half-time, England looking good. They lead by 18 points to 6.
Well, England have opened their World Cup with an engaging first 40 minutes in front of an enthralled home crowd. Dominic Young, the firebrand, with a first half double. This one was one of the best highlights of that first half for England, and they lead 18-6. Samoa just taking a little while to warm up at St James's Park, but the World Cup is underway. After the break, we'll have all the highlights from Newcastle. Now, a reminder today, a career-defining rematch for Australia's George Kambosos. He fights for revenge and all the belts against undisputed world champion Devin Haney. You'll be able to scan the QR code on your screen to watch it live and exclusive on Main Event.
Here we go again. Sunday, live from Melbourne's Rod Laver Arena, the rematch. The undisputed lightweight world champion, Devin Haney, versus George Kambosos. Humbled, but never broken. Thought he was ferocious before? Get out of here. This was supposed to be Kambosos' homecoming party. That smiling assassin had other ideas. Every moment since, he's been driven by revenge, by pain, by the relentless pursuit to prove he's the best in the world again. But this is the guy with all the belts. The youngest undisputed champion of the 4-belt era. There's a reason they call Devin Haney the Dream. This undefeated American became a global superstar with a 12-round masterclass of speed, precision, movement. What about that jab? Sunday, live from Melbourne, the career-defining rematch for the undisputed lightweight championship of the world. This is payback. And the only place you'll see it, your undisputed home of big-time boxing, Main Event.
Are we doing this? Are we actually doing this?
I got goosebumps.
Are you sure we're doing this?
I'm so excited. Get on with the show.
Targaryens are back. Something's going to happen.
All the shows.
I love this show.
All the feels. Gogglebox Australia, new episode Wednesdays 7:30, first on Lifestyle or watch on demand.
With Allianz Comprehensive Car Insurance. If you let a friend drive your car, they're covered the same as you. Search Allianz Car Insurance to get your quote today.
I saved the deal. Oh my God.
Ah, Allianz.
We are off and running. This is going to be huge. That is absolutely superb rugby league.
They've had to wait to see their heroes in action again after that long 3-year absence. Thriller Miller, to say the least.
It's Jack Miller's day, no questions about that.
It's Miller magic! That will feel like the best victory of this man's career.
How's your head?
It's fabulous, stupendous.
Doesn't have to be, you know.
Police, put the gun down. It does.
We hit them like, whoa.
You want to work in this neighborhood.
I love this neighborhood.
I worry about people because that's what I do. Now, I don't want you not calling for backup because that's what you do.
I'm right there with you, Regina.
New series, East New York, Wednesdays at 9 on Fox 1 or watch on demand.
It could be the last time you ever see Kambosos.
This is everything on the line for him.
For me, it is do or die.
For the undisputed lightweight championship of the world.
This time will be a different story.
Wow. Two-punch combo for ferocious George Kambosos. Putting the pressure on, the crowd's going crazy.
For the first time ever, the ICC Men's T20 World Cup is in our own backyard. It's full throttle, all guns blazing, cranked to 11. It's screamers, crackers, biggies, beauties. And you don't have to stay up all night to see it. It's prime time, every game live, with no ad breaks during play. Don't miss a thing. On Fox Cricket.
Just when it feels like everything is lost,
Head into the off-season.
we go again.
Curry with a floater, buries it.
We never give up. Sport never ends. ESPN on Foxtel.
Max Verstappen is champion of the world. I think we've got one hell of a race here in Texas.
Howdy, y'all. US Grand Prix, let's go.
Well, welcome back to Fox League. What a dream way to kick off a World Cup on home soil. England, they lead 18-6 over Samoa, and their coach, Matt Parrish, did warn us before kick-off. He said, look, don't expect the strength on paper to translate immediately. Samoa may be a little bit rusty, but what we're seeing at the moment is all England. It was a little bit opportunistic from Samoa, latching onto an intercept, but 18-6, a pretty heavy, handy halftime score for England. Michael Ennis, Greg Inglis, did you think that England would burst out of the blocks like this?
Oh, well, they're playing England brand footy over there, right?
Yeah.
Getting off the line speed, off the line very quick, running the ball hard, getting down, playing the ball. What English's football's about is that aggression, and they can't keep up with it. Samoa can't keep up with it, which creates this here, creates opportunities, creates this here, and England are just playing their style of footy.
Yeah, look, I thought it was a terrific start from the English side. I thought Samoa come out a little tired, a little flat, and they started to fall away defensively through that mid part of the half, and it was Jack Welsby who's come into the England side that really stepped up. I thought Tompkins was terrific around the ruck when it started to speed up, and him and Welsby caused havoc in that first try, and then it was Welsby down this right-hand side edge where he's absolutely carved Samoa's left-hand side, setting up a couple of tries for Dominic Young, and Vonnie's going that well. Welsby decided to set up a try as well for Samoa. He laid on a beautiful pass there for Isaac Tungo, who raced 80 metres to score. And all of a sudden, things started to swing Samoa's way, and Stephen Crichton a failed opportunity in the final minute to get the ball down. But I feel like even though it's 18-6, Samoa would be reasonably pleased at half-time. The gap's only 12, but yeah, it was a tremendous start from England.
The commentary said Jack Welsby and Dom Young, it's circus tricks and Superman. And Jack Welsby, he's already a star in the Super League. You know this really well. Now he's ready to show the rest of the world what he's made of. What makes him so versatile and so useful?
I think he just goes out under the radar. You know, he can play fullback, he can play lock, he can play back row, centre, 5'8". He's aggressive defence as well. So he can read the play. These two tries that he set up, he swung around the short side. He's got his man to tie up the centre and 5'8", and then he's already playing the short side. So he's playing lines up footy, but you know his ability to do that and his versatility around the park makes him so dangerous in the squad.
Jack Welsby, definitely one to watch so far in this World Cup. What about Dominic Young?
Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing about this World Cup is opportunity, right? Because Welsby probably wouldn't have got a start either if Johnny Lomax was fit. He's dominating out there on the world stage. But Dominic Young, what a revelation he's been. He had a great year. I think he scored 14 tries out of 20 games for Newcastle this year, and all in this fashion where he's just so strong and so big out on his edge. But it's been his instinct and it's been his speed that's been a real highlight and caught his opposition unaware at times. He's been tremendous, and that finish there on the back of that lovely pass from Welsby, that was special from Young.
He's coming from Newcastle Knights to Newcastle, where his hometown is, right?
Yeah. It's working for him. The locals are absolutely loving it. 40,000 at St James's Park. It is England. They lead 18-6 over Samoa. Now, do not forget, after this second half, it is the Aussies. They open their World Cup campaign in a few hours' time. You're watching Fox League.
It's full throttle, all guns blazing, and you don't have to stay up all night to see it. Every game live of the ICC Men's T20 World Cup. Don't miss a thing on Fox Cricket.
This spring racing carnival, Foxtel customers have the chance to win a share of $75,000. Watch every Group 1 race day on Sky, spot the code word and enter the draw at skyracing.com.au/Foxtel.
Mount Everest, it calls us, begging to be conquered. So we climb. No matter how heavy the task, we continue to push. And whilst prying eyes wait to see us fall, we rise. And what we get is pure joy. Why seek the summit? Because we can.
The next gen Ford Everest.
Australia's hottest new design duo.
Gosh, that is pretty cool.
Are taking on our inner cities.
I can't think of anywhere better for inspiration.
Rosie Morley and Paddy Milne are using local culture for design inspiration.
The history, the atmosphere, it's exactly the experience I want to take back to the apartment. Now this is my type of design.
New Selling in the City begins Wednesday 8:30 on Lifestyle or watch on demand.
It's so inspirational.
Who wins the Big Bash?
We do.
Of course. We've got the best attack. We're the biggest hitters. We are guns in the field.
What a catch.
Here comes the chance.
With every game of the WBBL and no ad breaks during play, you won't miss a thing on Fox Cricket.
In a world where things are getting smaller and smaller, Fox Sports are going big.
Oh, does it get any bigger?
This summer, we've got so much cricket, we've added a bonus cricket channel to fit it all in.
Monster.
There's hundreds of live events, over 1,000 hours of live sport, and 3 World Cups.
That was huge. Truly unbelievable. As big as it can get.
It's the biggest summer ever on Fox Sports.
Yesterday, I could barely walk. Today, superhuman. You are a champion.
Bring the cinema experience home. Foxtel Movies. Watch on demand.
Max Verstappen is champion of the world. I think we've got one hell of a race here in Texas.
Howdy, y'all. US Grand Prix, let's go.
Welcome back to Newcastle at St James's Park. A glorious World Cup opener so far for the host nation England. Jack Welsby has announced himself to the rest of the world. A first half double for Dominic Young. It is England. They lead 18-6 over Samoa. Here are your World Cup commentators.
Well, so far so good as far as England are concerned. Samoa will feel they've got plenty to fix up in this second half. There he is, the star of the show so far tonight because of his 2 tries, Dom Young. By the way, there's so many opportunities to experience this World Cup over the next 5 weeks. England's next match, by the way, is in Bolton against France next week. You can see that on this very channel that you're watching right now, but I think there's 1 or 2 tickets still available. Off we go, second half to determine the opening favours of this opening game. England not necessarily in the box seat, but looking very strong at the moment, leading by 18 points to 6. Jonathan Davis and Brian Noble alongside. How do you see this second half going?
Well, I think it's important the start of this second half for England, more so than Samoa. I think they've got to reinforce all the things they've been doing. As an example of that, the white shirts carrying the ball so hard and so fast, getting around their front foots and kicking the ball well.
Yeah, just same as the first half, really. Just control, you know, no errors, playing in the Samoan half, turning the big forwards, but they've controlled the Samoan forwards. You know, they haven't had much go forward or quick play the ball, so you know you haven't seen the best of the Samoan attack yet, purely because of the English performance.
Last tackle in this opening set, England finding themselves retained inside their own half. So Tompkins with a big boot trying to get things downfield. But here comes the threat straight away with the return.
He runs so hard for the full back.
Well, he ran with some determination there, didn't he?
You just, as a rugby league fan, you just look at what he does and you think, wow.
You know, he just doesn't run through people, though. You know, that's the thing. He hasn't tried to step once yet. Such a big lad for a full back. Just so powerful.
He's only 19 years of age. He was given a special dispensation to play as a 17-year-old in the NRL. Normally you've got to be 18, but they made a case for him, and he's been making a case ever since. So Samoa starting strong in this second half. Crichton down. Toho stands and waits at dummy half. Spun across that line. Here's Marty Tapau. Last play in the set. Levi delivering left again. Here comes the threat because they're going through hands. They're going to risk it this second half. They have to, but England get it back. And whilst England regroup, let's find out some of the news from half-time. Tanya, what can you tell us?
Sean Wayne, not surprisingly, really pleased with that first half. He's warned them not to overplay, keep defending your yardage, keep them away from her try line, but overall extremely happy. Matt Parrish, though, not at all happy. They had all the ball. We didn't play well enough.
England deep. When has that stopped them to try and attack so far in this game? Brian Noble, you've been delivering a hint of caution at half-time for England fans, haven't you?
only in that they've got to replicate what they did in the first half. My caution comes from the team in blue, because we know what they are capable of. It's up to England to replicate what they did in the first half and stop them able to get into the right parts of the field to show that.
Yeah, the danger came when the halfbacks, Samoan halfbacks, took on the forwards and quick feet, got behind the first defensive line, and then they started to offload.
So England on the last again. Kick from Wellesby, the reach. The take is safe enough from Tego, but he's not going far. He's not going far. Morgan Knowles is very good at that kind of thing, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. He's been a standout player in the Super League all season. The 17 for England. Many people would have put him in the starting lineup. But I think Victor Radley's shown why he gets the nod.
He's had a big game, Radley. Huge game.
Here's Paulo, Junior Paulo, and offloads again. Levi. He's dragged to the ground. He's not going to be offloading. Try it if you want, Danny, but you're going to the ground. Now they go left again. Milford to Luai, and there's a bit of width there, but Watkins closes him down. The ball's gone to ground, and England will come up with possession again on that far side.
That's a mark of what England's outside backs have been doing really well defensively. They've let the play explore, they've let the player be exposed for the flanks, and then they've covered up well and managed to create or force errors on the 3 or 4 times that Samoa have got to the fringe.
Yeah, I think he fell awkwardly, and I think he's hurt his hip. There's another injury for Samoa, not looking good. But just look at the defensive line here. They know what he's doing. Just putting the drift defence and showing him the outside. Oh, it felt just awkward there.
Twisted his knee right at the death, didn't he? I mean, it's a great tackle from Watkins. He's got him side on, but Tyrone May just buckles under the weight of Watkins' challenge, and that looks not good.
By the way, if you were with us much earlier, and it seems like a lifetime ago now, the opening, not the opening ceremony, the tournament welcome, they called it. It was disastrous, really, if you watched it. But the Rugby League World Cup have put out a statement apologising, sincerely apologising for the disrupted tournament welcome. If England carry on like this, I don't think anyone will care, will they?
Well, this is the main event. I said at the start of the game, don't be distracted by what's happened there. It's all about what goes on the field, and both teams have aimed up and are creating the billing we thought they'd have.
I'd say this is a big moment for Samoa here, because they've already lost a couple of players, haven't they?
Yeah, I think James Gray mentioned in studio that they've got 15 players now. I think that's going to be affecting their interchange. He looks as if he's definitely going off with a hip or a knee injury, and this will be a really kind of, especially the last 20 minutes of the game, where the fatigue will kick in, and you're looking for the bench to make an impact.
Well, England have been working them over as well. They've been highly disciplined in the way they've performed. They made one error, which was the Wellesby intercept. So, yes, the hill gets a bit bigger for Samoa.
Yeah, you've just got to, I think England have been very competent. That's all they've done. They've been solid. They've got good yardage. They've had quick play of the ball, and then they've had a good kick and chase game. And that's kind of simple, basic stuff which they've done extremely well. On the back of that as well, you look at then a couple of moments of magic or brilliance, which usually comes from Australia or New Zealand. But we've waited a long time for these boys. Wellesby's come through, another Dom Young as well, and what a finish this is. Absolutely brilliant. Comes on the inside, beats the Wonder Kid, and all of a sudden just try and catch if you can. And that's a brilliant finish.
Well, we have a habit of getting carried away. Woodsy's excitement enthuses us all, but I genuinely feel that with people like Dom Young and Herbie Farnworth and Tommy Makinson and Callum Watkins and the old stager, and the halves particularly, Williams, Wellesby, they're world-class players. Do you think?
The good thing of that, you've got to make defenders make decisions, and that's what they've done, England. And unfortunately for Samoa, left wingers come in. They were short of numbers on the first try. On the second try, you should have kept an eye on this kid. He was ball watching, beautiful pass try.
This is Tyrone May, isn't it, who's down injured?
Yeah. He hasn't actually moved, does he?
No, he's getting the duty of care here, as all rugby players of both codes get these days, don't they? Get looked after. down on the sidelines. It's Spencer Liniu who's preparing to come on. Not exactly like for like. Matt Parridge has got concerns right at the start. Jeff Tooby alongside him there. Former Manly coach. Came over here with a World Club Challenge. He's having a chat. And the concern as well is not just this match now, it's this tournament, isn't it? Because this looks like a serious injury.
I think it's his hip, to be honest. Just watch. Again, brilliant defence. Show him the outside and get him. I think it's I don't think he's holding the back of his knee. It's straight away. Just watch. It's a nasty.
Oh. Yeah. That's in a position it didn't want to go into.
No. Nasty.
I'm picking up on your point about the tournament, and it can be disruptive, can't it? Because they've lost a player with a suspected broken leg earlier in the game.
Yeah.
Was that?
Next week they come up against Greece, which, in full respects to Greece, is a match they should win with some of their lesser lights, so to speak. And then they got France the week after that, which...
That's the big game, isn't it, for them? Now, on the back of this.
If this stays like this is, or improves from an England point of view, that's a game that Samoa simply will have to win to qualify. So a huge collective round of applause from fans all around the stadium, an appreciation of the tough game that these players play. Injuries are inevitable. And Tyrone May goes off. Liniu comes on. Jamie Peacock, what are you saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge loss for Samoa. That I think chasing a game when you're down to 15 instead of 17 players just makes it a big bonus for
It could be the last time you ever see Kambosos.
This is everything on the line for him.
I mean, it is do or die. This time will be a different story.
They've had to wait to see their heroes in action again after that long 3-year absence. Thriller Miller, to say the least.
It's Jack Miller's day, no questions about that.
It's Miller magic! That will feel like the best victory of this man's career.
The king is dead.
It is treason, at the least.
House of the Dragon. New episode Mondays at 12 on Fox Showcase, or watch in 4K Ultra HD, only on Foxtel.
Okay, here we go. Damn it, what's wrong?
I'm not the only one doing a job on this train. You don't remember me. You look like every white homeless man I've ever seen. Really?
The twins?
Not so sure they're twins.
Something else going on here.
I was waiting for us in Kyoto.
Wait.
We need to come up with a plan. We work together or we die alone.
Maybe there's a little head trauma?
Maybe.
Bullet Train Express release. Available now in Foxtel Store.
Are we doing this? Are we actually doing this?
I got goosebumps.
Are you sure we're doing this?
I'm so excited.
Get on with the show.
Targaryens are back. Something's gonna happen.
All the shows.
I love this show.
All the feels. Gogglebox Australia. New episode Wednesdays 7:30. First on Lifestyle or watch on demand.
Wow, something. Can you hear the call of the wild?
It's a beautiful thing. We pray for the
Step into adventure with a week of inspiring documentaries that take you into uncharted territory.
Now that is impressive.
Oh, this is amazing.
And reconnect you to the power of nature.
Speechless. We pray for the thrill.
Adventure is calling. Wilderness Week starts Monday, October 24 on BBC Earth.
Inspirational.
We are off and running. This is going to be huge. That is absolutely superb rugby league.
New season Chicago Fire.
You got this, Delicate.
Let's move it!
New season Chicago PD.
We will find him. I promise you.
Express from the U.S.
One city.
One family. One Chicago.
New seasons of Chicago Fire and Chicago PD. Thursdays and Fridays at 9 on Fox 1.
You've been a great contributor to the show over the years, Josh.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
How would you describe your own performance in what we call like the riddle segment?
I reckon I've been fairly okay. I think I've been pretty good. Did you say riddle? Oh, riddle. Wow. Yeah, no, not too great. Not the best.
Let's just relive some of those moments.
Please don't.
Let's relive some of those moments now.
You scream past the bloke coming second. Where are you coming?
First.
What?
What?
What happened to the bloke who was coming first?
Okay.
Before Mount Everest was discovered, what was the tallest mountain on Earth?
Could be mountains. The Alps.
Before Mount Everest was discovered, what was the tallest mountain on Earth?
Okay, it's Mount Everest.
It is, that's right.
Yeah.
So you're a work in progress, Josh. I've got great faith that come next year, you will nail whatever question we throw at you.
Easy.
I just want you to repeat after me.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Josh Mansell.
Hi, I'm Josh Mansell.
Melbourne Storm.
Melbourne Storm.
Penrith Panthers.
Penrith Panthers.
Parramatta Eels.
Parramatta Eels.
Canberra Raiders.
Canberra Raiders.
Who won the comp last year?
Melbourne Storm.
Who won the comp last year?
Melbourne Storm.
Who won the comp last year?
Melbourne Storm.
Remember, repeat after me. Who won the comp last year?
Who won the comp last year?
That's right, Josh. Haven't really improved over the years, have you?
Nah.
Every year.
I hate you so much.
It's just like kicking a bloke while he's down. Josh, maybe next year.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Even if you retire, we're going to keep bringing you back each
I had
year.
to say that to you 3 times, you know that. I still relive that haunted memory of me. Anyway, all good.
Yeah, no, I want to apologise on behalf of the fan and its producers for again. Well, maybe next year. Good luck.
Hopefully. Thank you.
How's your head?
It's fabulous, stupendous.
Doesn't have to be, you know.
Police, put the gun down.
It does.
We hit them like whoa.
You want to work in this neighborhood.
I love this neighborhood.
I worry about people because that's what I do. Now, I don't want you not calling for backup because that's what you do.
I'm right there with you, Regina.
New series East New York. Wednesdays at 9 on Fox 1 or watch on demand.
Who wins the Big Bash?
We do. Of course. We've got the best attack. We're the biggest hitters. We are guns in the field.
A catch.
Here come the champs.
With every game of the WBBL and no ad breaks during play, you won't miss a thing on Fox Cricket.
They've had to wait to see their heroes in action again after that long 3-year absence. Thriller Miller, to say the least.
It's Jack Miller's day, no questions about that.
It's Miller magic. That will feel like the best victory of this man's career.
The king is dead.
It is treason, at the least.
House of the Dragon. New episode Mondays at 12 on Fox Showcase or watch in 4K Ultra HD only on Foxtel.
Okay, here we go. Damn it, what's wrong?
I'm not the only one doing a job on this train. You don't remember me. You look like every white homeless man I've ever seen. Really?
The twins?
Not so sure they're twins.
Something else going on here.
I was waiting for us in Kyoto.
Wait.
We need to come up with a plan. We work together or we die alone.
Maybe there's a little head trauma?
Maybe.
Bullet Train Express release. Available now in Foxtel Store.
Are we doing this? Are we actually doing this?
I got goosebumps.
Are you sure we're doing this?
I'm so excited. Get on with the show.
Targaryens are back.
Something's going to happen.
All the shows,
I love this show.
all the feels. Gogglebox Australia, new episode Wednesdays 7:30, first on Lifestyle or watch on demand.
We are off and running. This is going to be huge. That is absolutely superb rugby league.
I love a gripping cat room drama.
Is the defence sleepy?
Foxtel Broadband. Fast, affordable, reliable broadband for whatever we're watching next.
This guy is feared. Nobody wants to fight him. He's so talented. There is a new king at 135 pounds, but these are two of the best in the world, and they put it all on the line tonight. You want to talk about two of the best strikers, not only in the bantamweight division, but in all of the UFC. Two undisputed titles on the line.
This pay-per-view is wild.
You can hold your line. You can hold your line as a defender.
Nowhere near the ball.
Player. They've only got 10 seconds, by the way, to make that captain's challenge. And they can only do it when the game's stopped as well. You can't suddenly say, hey, ref, you missed a forward pass there as somebody's breaking down the middle. Levi. Samoa making ground. First meeting in a World Cup between these two, by the way. They have played each other in 3 other events. England have won all 3. Step and go from Tago. Step, go and stop as the England defenders come in. Luai back to the middle again. Milford offers it back on the inside to Powell, trying to push his way through. 5 gone, 1 to go, 1 play to go in the set here. Samoa still a long way out. Milford will kick, hoping for a mistake. Makinson, impeccable.
Easy.
Well, it's a kick with hope, isn't it? It's not a kick with purpose.
Yeah.
They hunted
It's a
him down.
kick. Now they've got to try and restrict England's territory here if they can possibly do that. But England haven't had any problems getting out of their own half.
They've got to kick to compete, don't they? They need the ball now. You know, they're 3 scores behind. They just need to get something, put some pressure on.
Oh, Young's dropped it this time. He's human. He's human.
Well, other than the intercept, that's the first one. And
Bit of a blow-up going on in the middle as well here.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this. That's a straightforward drop. Straightforward drop, but there was some frayed tempers in the middle for some reason.
Great pictures, those, weren't they? The facial expressions on the drop.
Still going, still going.
I think it was Papali'i and Sam Tompkins. So.
Well, the only team that can lose out here if they get to get distracted is England. So
yeah,
keep your head on.
Yeah, he is there.
There he goes.
Papali'i and Tompkins there.
Come on, guys, scrum. Let's go.
No one's going to throw any punches in today's game, and that's why Tompkins has a go, I think, because he knows there's nothing's going to happen.
It's a mismatch. I don't know. Sam can throw him a bit.
I know he can.
Josh Papali'i was considering becoming a priest in earlier life. I think he's just saying, God bless you, my son, let's get on with it, shall we? He looks like one of the nicest fellas out there, doesn't he, Josh? You wouldn't want to rattle his cage, but he looks like a nice fella off the field.
He bashes you to the ground, forgiving you.
You could say that about Jim Mills.
Problem with the balls today for some reason. Here we go again. Finally, ball back on the field.
Nothing silly balls, all right? Let's play footy.
Right, we've got a scrum move, centre field. England have to be real good here. What has Samoa got in the tank?
Well, this is a real test for England's defence and a real test for Samoa's resolve. Have they got the character to climb back into the game? They've certainly got the skills. Sualihi's put down. Crichton steps up at dummy half. A full set on this English line. Back to Milford. Luai offers it off to Tapau. Tapau dragged down eventually, is he? Yes, he is. Hell has to play it, can't offload. Levi picks up, comes back right to Milford. The short pass. Su'a simply chopped to the ground. Bit of a tangle there. Off they get, up they come. This time it's Linyu. Linyu held up short. Getting close, getting close. Comes with Levi. Levi, oh, in front of dummy half, was it? Yes, it was. Clearly someone getting hold of Levi's hands there. Penalty for Samoa.
No need for it now, at the moment.
It's a good test for England, this.
Yeah.
They've got to have their line tested throughout this World Cup, and no more so now. They get into the rhythm, understand what's being thrown at them, and make good decisions. That was clearly a penalty.
Tompkins advancing too quickly. So another set of 6. Driven in by Tapau. First one stopped. Again, it's slow because I think Tapau is so slow. Now it comes back to that left-hand side. Luai looking to create the numbers. Toho, power and pace in his boots, but not when you're running at 4 England defenders who just want to grab a hold.
Well handled.
Levi goes out. Oh, and they dropped it again. Papali'i was not expecting that pass.
It's been a lethargic performance. I think, you know, there's no crispness in the passing. If the pass is slightly behind you, it takes the whole pace out of the movement.
Well, I think it's disconnect.
Yes.
Papali'i was wanting to do something else. I think he wanted to go underneath, so around the other side from Levi. Look, see how he drops off.
Inside ball he wanted.
And there's just there's a lack of communication. Levi clearly wants him to go straight and cause some problems there, and that's the disconnect. That's the maybe the undercooked bit that Matt Parrish was talking about.
Lee Radford's there as well, the Cassava coach, working for the opposition. England back in possession and back in control of a game they've looked really good in. So
just need to clear the lines here now. Just take the ball up, you know, settle, and get a good kick in. You don't need to do anything silly.
Cracking opener to this World Cup. England knowing how important this match was, not just in terms of their potential passage down the line, but also in terms of setting up this World Cup tournament. And they've done that so far. Williams showing a bit of the form he produced at Canberra a few years ago. Not had the best of seasons at Warrington this last year. Out of dummy half, kick downfield, Crichton catches, but finds a willing wall in his way.
Yeah, we're in that process. England need to continue with what they're doing. Samoa need to push the board out a little bit there, so they're going to be a bit more. The team in blue are going to be a bit more expansive. Was that a penalty? Yes.
And again, there's no need for it now. Discipline slowly, you know, going, fatigue, giving field position. They will chase the game now, Samoa. They'll have to chase the game. They'll get a little bit looser with the offloads.
Tap and go. And here they come, and just back on the field is Junior Paulo. Again looking to promote the ball from within the tackle, but he was pinned as he did so by the efforts of Thompson. Samoa edging forward at the moment.
Good line speed defensively from England.
Very good.
Test of resolve, both attack and defence. Paulo once again with that short pass. They've dropped it again. They've dropped it again. They're going to have to learn to catch the ball if they're going to do anything in this World Cup.
Well, that must be the 6th or 7th. I'm not one for completion rates, but you can't play this way if you're expecting to win an international game. England are too good today.
They haven't had any. No, they haven't really built any pressure to ask questions of the English defence.
Oh, this is interesting. There's a shot clock on here. They've only got a certain number of seconds to get themselves packed down. Samoa very, very slow to get up there. Just had the enthusiasm and energy just sucked out of them today. Here we go. Got there in time. Farnworth trying to put the step on.
Mark straight, Danny. Hold Junior.
Wellsby. Watkins. What a performance. What a year he's had, Callum Watkins. Start of the year, nowhere near an England shirt. End of the year, an absolute dead cert pick. Fantastic year.
And Williams has played well. The outside backs have played well.
Step back on the inside by Hill. He's taken them closer. It's by an extra step or two, an extra little bit of an effort. Now it's with Knowles, Morgan Knowles, and they go left. Tompkins chiming in. Farnworth scoops it up. Tommy Makinson's been asked plenty there, but keeps it in play for the foul on Sam Tompkins.
It's a late hit on Sam Tompkins here. This could be a yellow card. I think they're quite strict on this kind of tackle. Protect the half-backs of the game. A late hit, blindside hit.
I think you take 2 points here as well.
Yeah, I would as well, definitely.
2 points gives you a 4-score lead, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's late.
That's late. That's that could be a yellow card. They've come down very, very heavily in the NRL on this. The late cheap shot, blindsided. Oh, so late. He's got to go for that. He's got to go.
Oh, how many?
Go and have a rest. Go and have 10 minutes.
Milford, isn't it?
Here we go. Anthony Milford.
Okay, that tackle's unacceptably late. You're in the bin.
He's in the bin. He's in the sin bin.
He had to go.
10 minutes in the sin bin. Anthony Milford.
That's over here, Tommy.
Well, they're a bit like a chamois leather at the moment, aren't they? Samoa, the end bits are just not good. Little bits of rubbish in their game. They're just
I don't know where
I
didn't know where you were going in with that.
No idea.
To be honest, I have no idea.
I'm still not sure.
No, but it's all just raggedy, isn't it? Wet, just not what they want. It's just not the complete performance. It's nowhere near. The ill discipline with the ball, the ill discipline in defence there, it just doesn't win your football games.
No. They look like a side now that kind of realise the big game is France.
It's a bit harsh on chamois leathers, though, isn't it? In a crisis, they can be terrific. Tommy Makinson with a chance here to give his side a 4-score lead. As it stands now, the mathematics, Samoa have to score 3 tries and kick 3 goals to get level. This will take it into 4-try territory if he's curled it in. Oh! Uses the post, bounces in, and he's got there somehow.
Yeah.
And England now lead by 26 points to 6.
Yeah, not as clean a strike, but same result, 2 points.
I think England will kick on now.
Oh,
that's terrible.
That's cheap.
It's whiplash, that, isn't it? And then that kick.
Well, I mean, for our viewers watching, that's why they're there, that protected the half-backs that play the game. If they're hit late, the whiplash injuries are often more dangerous than the contact part of it.
The whole body relaxes, doesn't it? And then somebody hits you like that. So, England looking fairly confident now. 26 points. I'm saying now, look fairly confident from minute 1, but that scoreline now with the time ticking on.
Here we go.
He's looking very good from their point of view.
Just watch him again. The forwards, the backs are taking the ball up. First of all, Farnworth, now it's Callum Watkins. They needed the halfway line, and it's a penalty again. They're just falling to pieces at the moment, Samoa.
And England are good. England are dominant. England are doing all the things that they've been asked of.
It's about 43,000 in here today. 43,199 to be exact. We've counted them all. 16 minutes to play. England in the driving seat and looking for more.
Yeah.
This now is a big effort from Thompson. Victor Radley playing in the dummy half position now. Chris Hill takes it on. England are looking for more. They want some more. It's pumped out towards Herbie Farnworth. And Herbie Farnworth is the latest starlet to make a name for himself. There's the try. There's the celebration. And there's the England win.
Well, he thoroughly deserves that. He's been outstanding all afternoon. Herbie Farnworth, he gets the one-on-one opportunity because Samoa are short of numbers and he's going to beat anybody. He just took the outline on his defender and he couldn't be stopped from 5 metres out.
How often is a bouncing ball, dangerous? Ball goes to ground again. Critchen's come in. He's exposed his inside player and he's just run a great line, really. Just watch it. Ball's on the floor. Number 4, Crichton's gone in. He goes late. It's just an easy finish, really.
He's too big, too fast.
Yeah, just really easy finish for Farnworth. There's another Samoan player on the ground injured. They were short in the defensive line once again. Just got to kick on now. Next, just be absolutely clinical now. Last 15 minutes, just put some more to the sword.
Well, they have been good. I think sometimes the nervousness over England performances over the years has been that they let teams back into things, but they've clearly been dominant today.
As I've said before, I think the New Zealand and Australian sides have had the advantage on the outside backs, maybe, but the whole England team, the forwards have laid the platform, and the backline as well have come in and done some special things. Very, very solid performance.
This is just the start of it. So many matches to look forward to. But England have christened this tournament in sensational style. Tommy Makinson steps back, rolls up, sends it goalward, over it goes. His kicking has been superb today. It's been very much a part of this. And England 32, Samoa 6 is a scoreline that England fans could have barely dreamt of earlier today.
Well, there you see the bounce pass for Farnworth. The defender was going in.
It's just be pessimistic about this game, won't they? Really, but England, very, very dominant performance so far.
There's just been a quiet confidence coming out of the England camp. I mean, you talked to Sean Wayne, as we did in the build-up today and earlier in the week, about the strength of this Samoan side and the star quality of this Samoan side, and he's kept saying, yeah, they're good, but we've got some good players as well.
And he's right.
He's right.
And that's the way you should approach it. He understands, working with them day in, day out, what a quality team this England is.
Johnny Lomax would have been in the side, but he's injured. Alex Walmsley would have been in the side, but he's injured. Mark Percival would have been in the side, but he's injured. That tells you the strength of depth in English Rugby League at the moment. 5 gone, last to play. Williams again. That boot of his trying to cause problems, and well, it did cause problems for Sualihi. Didn't know whether to stick a twist. In the end, he had to concede the dropout.
He had to play it. The ball, the last bounce just checked, and Williams was right behind him, so he had to play that ball again.
His best shot, wasn't it?
Big part of the game as well.
Injury assessment here. Dropout is short. Samoa want it back, and they get it back. No, they don't. Didn't get over the 10-metre line. It's a penalty right in front of the sticks for England.
Took 2 more.
I would,
Time off the clock.
Yes, good.
I understand that.
Falling apart.
Well, this is the fact that there's a discussion going on here tells you that they want more points. They don't want 2. They might want 6 here.
Over here, Victor.
Well, they're not going for points.
Let's go.
Yeah, they tap. They go. Never mind the 2. We want the 6.
You know, on the field, you know how the defence are. I think they know they can score now.
Big muscular effort from Whitehead. Has he got in? Oh, look at that for a celebration. He'll tell you I'm over.
Have a try. Just make sure
Elliot
they
Whitehead.
get to the ground. Lauren had a.
It's been all about the fancy backs.
Yeah,
what about the big bruisers? Has he got a try here?
Well, I think he has, and I think this is route 1. This is Elliot Whitehead saying, I've got the number 7 ball straight to the try line. I'm going over, and you aren't stopping me.
Can we get a
I think he gets it down. I think he sticks his hand out and shoves it down.
All angles to see grounding. Need to see vision of the ball, please. Yeah, just lose sight of the ball from the foot there for a second. Have you got one from the other side, the touch judge view? Yep, we'll just freeze frame right there. Thank you. Yeah, Elliot Whitehead maintains possession, grounds the ball. Thanks, Director.
That's a try. He knew he'd scored.
Try confirmed. There you go. Try confirmed. 36 points to 6. Nobody could have expected this, could they?
They'll be happy with that, Elliot Whitehead. Allalay should have done a little bit better there. There's 3 Samoan defenders, but this is Elliot Whitehead saying, stop me if you can, and they couldn't.
I think the most pleasing thing for England would be, how they've stopped giving opportunities, to Samoa side. They're a very, very dangerous side. With all those Penrith Panthers backs, half backs, ball carrying forwards, but they haven't been given the platform and the field position to launch the attack, and I think that's been the most pleasing for England, the total control.
Makers sticks it over. 7 out of 8 now. 38 points to 6.
Samoa have helped. I'm not taking anything away from England's performance. No. I think it's been clinical, sharp, exciting as well at times with the ball movement. Certainly Samoa have contributed to their own downfall.
Well, they've put a marker down, haven't they? England, here we go.
Still got 10 minutes left to play. England could fill their boots here, couldn't they? And we've got to be seeing better of Samoa in this World Cup, haven't we? You'd expect them to respond. I mean, the way it's seeded, the form lines would suggest a Samoan-Tongan quarter-final now after this, and that's going to be a heck of a display. But Samoa have got to get themselves back up and running. Before then, here comes Makinson, going to go on the outside. He's got the pace. They're queuing all forward pass. No, the referee says play on. The referee says play on, and Elliot Whitehead has scored again. Scored again. England have gone from back to front. They're over once more. Whitehead with a second. English Rugby League is having a party.
It's having a party. We're getting a new tags of favourites after this performance. Whitehead on the inside, Makinson down the outside, smashes down the sideline, throws the ball in field. There were 4 or 5 wide jumpers there, Jiffy. They weren't not going to score there.
That just sums it up for me, the whole game, really. Just watch. Pass by George Williams. All right, let's have a little look at it. Tish Crichton on the outside. Look at the support play. Any number of English players could have scored there, and that for me has just summed up this performance. The desire of the English players from the start, I think.
Great break from Makinson. In one hand, plenty of 6 wide jumpers on the inside. He could have taken his pick. Farnworth jockeying him along.
I thought he could have. I think Farnworth looked at the referee and said, "Whoop, that's forward," and then said, "No, it's not. He's not calling it."
I think Sean Wayne said the same there.
He thought it was a forward pass. He was sitting down. Well, I tell you, if you've not got tickets for these England games in this World Cup, what are you doing? Get yourself sorted out, because this, if you're an English Rugby League fan, all roads lead to Bolton next week. This could be a very, very special few weeks. Makinson with a kick, over it goes. 44 points to 6. Who looked in the tea leaves this morning and saw this as an outcome?
Well, not me. I did expect an England win, because I thought their blueprint of last week, their warm-up game, they showed their prowess. I think the coach deserves all the credit. He's picked the right team. He's given them the right messages. They've executed those messages, and they've been totally dominant this afternoon.
Yeah, it's been an all-round performance by the English side. I think that Victor Radley has been immense. He's a great addition, to this England side.
Oh, and there they go. They put it out of play. Penalty back on the halfway line.
Just falling to bits now, aren't they?
Jamie Peacock, I mean, you've been involved. We go back to 2006 when you were involved in that Great Britain victory over Australia in Sydney. Do we have to go back as far as that for a performance as good by England or Great Britain since?
Yeah, I just think for the England team, it's as good as it gets. You want to lay a marker down for the tournament, and I just think the players should take a bow from 1 to 17. Every player, I'm trying to think of one player that's a standout, but it's difficult to do because every player's been involved, everybody's had an involvement. And I think before the game, we were talking about Samoa being a team full of superstars. Well, the England performance has made them look like a rabble full of individuals. It's just been outstanding from all of them. It's exceptional. It's proud to be.
Williams with a kick to the corner. Here they go. Makinson! The latest to join the celebrations. Muted for the moment because the referee's going to the big screen. He thinks try on the field. Tommy Makinson is certain it's try on the field.
It is a try on the field. He's got that down. Brilliant. Was it Williams with the kick?
Yeah, early kick as well. You know, I think I agree with Jamie. I think England have been very, very good. But you know, Samoa for me have been very poor. But they've been made to look poor because of a dominant England, you know, performance. And you're talking.
Yes, please.
New Zealand and Australia will be a total kettle of fish. You've got to enjoy this performance and just try and build on it. Great finish.
Let's just go through that Samoan team. You know, Isaac Tago winning a grand final for Penrith a couple of weeks ago. Stephen Crichton, likewise. Brian Toho, likewise. Jerome Luai, likewise. This is the cream of the NRL.
Left side kick chases on
so it's been made to look
through here. I want to make sure there's no interference.
The Samoan team has been out-threaded again there because you've got Farnworth pushing at the line, Whitehead pushing at the line.
We're going to go through close up on grounding down the touchline, please. If we get a camera down the touchline and pick up on grounding.
The full back isn't in the picture. Great finish.
Clean pickup, remains in the field of play. Thank you, Director. I've seen all angles to make my decision.
What's just doing there? You should call that straight away. That's a try. I need to go to the video ref.
Take a bow, Tommy. The latest try scorer. And a chance with a kick from the touchline to make this a half century. Unbelievable. That is literally unbelievable.
Truly. I think there's an element, me and yourself were talking, Dave, before the game, an element of nervousness. You know, what are England going to do? Well, this has been brilliant from England.
Well, one of the options today that people were thinking, well, a good England performance in a tight defeat against Samoa would be good.
Yeah, you know, you looked at the team sheets and you thought, right, this is going to be a close game. But you know, the game isn't played on paper, so England have been absolutely brilliant today. And I think, again, it's the not allowing, you know, the big Samoan forwards to run at them in their own kind of 10-meter area. I think it's been a very great tactical performance, you know, by England.
And remember, the only points that Samoa have scored today have come off an England pass. Makinson's kick, look at that, flies like an arrow through the northeastern skies and lands and gives England a 50 points to 6 lead against Samoa. Simply unthinkable 2 hours ago. Now it's the stuff of daydreams. And there's still 5 minutes to play. There could be more.
Well, we said they've got to, you know, keep on playing, keep on going at the Samoans. You know, they shot the bits of Samoans, and now the tries are coming, you know, very, very easy for England.
I think you two have to pick man of the match today, don't you? Get your heads together, you've got to pick a man of the match.
This guy is feared. Nobody wants to fight him. He's so talented. There is a new king at 135 pounds, but these are two of the best in the world, and they put it all on the line tonight. You want to talk about two of the best strikers, not only in the bantamweight division, but in all of the UFC. 2 undisputed titles on the line. This pay-per-view is wild.
And make no mistake, on home soil, England are determined, and they have the star quality to match that determination.
They're totally dominant, haven't they? 1 to 17, Watkins, Williams, all outstanding today. All they have outside backs impacted.
We've always said that England have been positive, been strong, been dominant in the forwards, but unfortunately, they've lacked that try-scoring killer instinct. Today, I think this will give England so much confidence in their offensive play. They're confident with the attack, with the defensive play, with the kicking game. I know this will be huge for them. To score this amount of points in a World Cup, the defence is very, very poor, you have to say. But you have to score these tries against a good side.
They've simply kicked, run, passed, tackled the stuffing out of Samoa today. Nine out of 10 so far, Tommy. I don't think he would have thought today he'd been attempting 11 kicks at goal. Here he comes. Hoofs it again. Oh, not quite this time. And the boos, the good-natured boos from the England crowd.
Yeah, to try again. That was too easy. They're not so short in numbers on the short side. Luai's on the wing there. I don't know where the Samoan defenders have gone.
By my reckoning, Sam Tompkins is the only back not to have scored today.
Yeah.
Right, man of the match. Who's your man of the match?
Well, we've looked at it, we've charted. I think Watkins has been brilliant, Williams has been brilliant, Wellesby, but I think for us today, I think Kazoo man of the match is, of course, Victor Radley. I think he's been brilliant.
Well, he's been involved in pretty much everything that England's done well. Certainly at the start of the game, in the first 30 minutes, he really took the England team forward. We've seen him jumping a little bit, acting half towards the back end of this game and been instrumental there.
Story of Victor, a 24-year-old Australian-born forward, but it's his dad, Nigel, from Sheffield. For that reason, he decided he wanted to play for England at 24. That was a big decision. This is going to be a 40-20, I think, is it? As it rolls and rolls and rolls. Is there anything England can't do today?
Well, I think, that's... I'm trying to get the score on the scrum set again. Look at them, get the play in.
They've got Samoa dangling on the end of a rope.
I think that's a skill that's been underused, I think, in the rugby league game.
Here come England again now. There was the kick, but England immediately setting up for the attack from that. It happens very quickly. England with Radley. Radley spinning it left. Burgess! Burgess! Tom Burgess! How long is that list of try scorers now? Burgess over. England up to 58. This is amazing. We're running out of words to describe how good this English performance is today.
Well, everybody talked about the physical prowess of Samoa today and what they would have to offer. Tom Burgess has shown that we got some big players, we got some strong players, we got some aggression up front, and he just barges his way over the flank. Stop me again, but they can't. He picks out Milford and he just barges him over the line. There you go, Tom.
I think its first 10 minutes, Burgess was huge as well. He softened them up, and then I think Sean Wayne said in his pre-match interview that, look, everyone talking about the Samoan ball carriers, and to be honest, the English pack have totally dominated their opposition.
Agreed. Brilliant all-round performance from England. Aided and abetting by a team that looked dishevelled, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, and I think, like Jamie Peacock said, there's a unit, a team effort by England, and they were like individual efforts by Samoa.
Mekinson adds the goal after the full-time hooter. Unbelievably, 60 points for England, 6 for Samoa. No wonder he's got a smile on his face on this biggest stage. Word perfect from England at one of this World Cup, performed brilliantly. This has been a Hollywood performance.
I think England have really put a marker down now. They were given underdogs tag today. They've come out fighting and they've shown what they can do. And I think for me, it's the complete performance, but no mistakes when it really mattered. The game loosened up a little bit, but they were very competent and clinical, and with a bit of brilliance from the back line, you know, a great performance by England.
Well, I think the relatively newcomers to the team as well have added to the mix of this team. Farnworth, Young, Bradley as well. They've given the team an all-round look and a speed and an execution look that is really pleasing.
And there's a lot of players now who have had NRL experiences. Some of them are still playing there, some have come back from playing there. And for me, you know, the aura of the Australian green and gold is gone. I think they know they've got a chance.
Watch out, world. England are coming. I think we're going to hear from the man of the match, Victor Radley, in just a short while. Well, what a performance from him on his England Test debut. Big smiles all around. Let's hear from the man of the match, Victor Radley. Didn't get over the score sheet himself, but plenty more did. And here he is with Tony.
Victor, many congratulations, a player of the match performance. What was it like out there?
It was really enjoyable, really tough to start. I'm not sure how I got player of the match. I'm a bit embarrassed, but really good game. We knew they were going to come out firing, and they did. In the first 20 minutes, I was so tired, so it was good for us to hang in there and keep fighting. We knew we would, so we ended up scoring points at the end, which didn't quite show how the game actually was played out, but yeah, really stoked.
I know Sean Wayne was saying beforehand that you were the underdogs, but there was a quiet confidence in the camp. But to put 60 points on. Yeah,
I didn't feel like an underdog myself, but I don't read any media and stuff like that. So I guess if you're into that, it says that, but I keep completely away from it. So I didn't think we were the underdog, and we showed it tonight, which was good.
It's a very new squad. This, obviously, you are new to it. How much do you take from this? How much confidence does it give you?
Yeah, a lot. Even like just giving each other's hugs there. You get tighter every day as a group, and like you said, it's a new group. We've lost some senior players from previous years, so just makes us that bit tighter to enjoy the end of the game like that and give everyone a hug and a kiss at the end. So it was really good. I was stoked.
Make your Sheffield family proud, huh?
Yeah, I might go see them now. They'll be stoked. A lot of them come, so I'm really happy.
Well done, Victor.
Thank you very much.
Next up. Sean, many congratulations. What a win for your side today.
Yeah, it was good, Tanya. I thought we did lots of good things. I never expected that sort of scoreline, you know, but we can get better. We'll improve on a few things, you know, be better for next week. But I'm very happy with the win, no doubt about that.
I love the fact you just put 60 points on Samoa and you're still talking about the things we can do better.
Yeah, what score? I don't know what score was, but yeah, there is certain things. I'm not being smart. There's certain things, a bit of detail will further the competition if we get there. We need to be better at, and you know, Samoa was a bit off today, but I think our defence put them a bit off as well. So lots of good detail, lots of good things, but there's always something to improve on.
Dom Young absolutely justified his selection for you today.
I thought all our back five were very, very good. I thought Carl Watkins was good. Dom, all of them carried the ball really strong. Just that spell in the first half where we went a bit off, stopped doing it at the back end of the first half. But apart from that, I thought the back five were brilliant.
And Jack Welsby, I mean, he's such a young man, but he is such a talent that you've got there.
Yeah, great talent. I thought George was very good. I'm really, really happy with what they did. Jack's a really, really good player, and he'll get better. You know, we have a great team spirit, and we know that nobody won't give us a chance to win. So the team spirit really galvanised us this week.
This will give you a huge amount of confidence as well, won't it, going forward? You know you will face tougher tests than that, but to put that kind of performance together in your first game.
You're right, Tanya, we will face tougher tests, there's no doubt about that. But we didn't need a confidence booster. We did okay against Fiji, we did well today. We know what we can do, and we can still improve on that performance. No doubt about it in my mind.
But in terms of the tournament, in terms of how you progress through the tournament, that was an important win to get.
Yeah, I just wanted to win the game. Winning the game was the only thing for me, and we did it in a really good manner, which was a bonus. You know, I never expected us to win that by that many.
Sean, thanks for your time.
Cheers, Tanya. Thank you. Cheers.
Well, what a second half performance from England, winning that opening game 60 points to 6. Let's have a look at some of the match stats then. Play the balls, England 138 compared to Samoa's 96. Complete sets, England 34 compared to Samoa's 20. And that's what you'd expect from a team that has dominated in this second half. And total metres gained, 1,643 for the England side, and tackles 291 for Samoa, of course, defending that game. So what a performance. England have really laid down the gauntlet at St James's Park here today. 60 points to 6. I'm not sure anybody saw that coming. Victor Radley, player of the match, 24-year-old Australian born, but his dad grew up in Sheffield. What a performance, and 43,119 people packed into St James's Park to witness an historic day. So here it is, Group A. This is how the table now looks after one game. England top the table with 2 points, and look at that points difference, 54 points. As we say, France and Greece will face each other on Monday at 7:30 p.m. So 7 tries from England in that second half. Let's look at this first one then from Callum Watkins. It was an easy pass from McMeekin, and the Samoan, they were short on numbers, weren't they? And it saw Watkins cross over eventually. It was a superb try to kickstart the second half for England. And there we go, Watkins breaking through the line. Samoa short on numbers, and Watkins eases over with the first try of the second half. Let's have a look at that again. Superb effort from England. Samoa just fell short in defence, really. Williams picks up. He's down on the ground. But eventually, we see this try from Callum Watkins, and what a tournament this could be. For the player who's had a tough season, actually, for Salford Red Devils, so great to see him back on top form. And try number 2, this came from Herbie Farnworth. Wasn't a great pass, actually, to Herbie Farnworth, but he did well to collect. Just let's have a look at that. Yeah, the pass, the ball fell to the floor, but Herbie Farnworth collected well and scored on his World Cup debut. What a moment for him. We'll just have a look at that one again. As Chris Hill goes to the ground. And it's a sloppy pass, really, but Herbie Farnworth does well to collect, and he'll be celebrating, I'm sure, this evening for his World Cup debut, scoring on that one. And on to try number 3. So many tries for this England side, and Elliot Whitehead just manages to push himself over. It did go to the video referee, of course, to check that one, but Whitehead, you know, he has the strength. That's what he's known for, and he battles over the line and gets the ball down. Try number 3 for England in the second half. Try number 4 then, it came from the same player. It was a cracking try. There's a break here from Tommy Makinson. Possible forward pass at some stage, which was just about here, but the players continue to the whistle, and Elliot Whitehead, he crossed over within minutes of that third try. Yeah, what a try here from Elliot Whitehead. And Tommy Makinson, you know, this could be a real tournament for him. Great to see him back on form as well. Slight dubious forward pass, but not that England will care. Elliot Whitehead crosses over, and what a try. And try number 5, it'd only be fair, he set up the last one, didn't he? So this one did have to come from Tommy Makinson. Nice kick, and Tommy Makinson crosses over in the corner to put England further in front. It was a nice kick from George Williams, wasn't it? And that saw Makinson collect well and dive over in the corner. And try number 6. This one came from George Williams, and great to see him back on top form as well. You know, he struggled this season with the Warrington Wolves. They've not had a great year over in the UK, but George Williams crosses over. Sam Tompkins in a wrestle there, but Williams gets over. Look at the celebrations from Williams. And then finally, on to the final try, try number 7. It came from Tom Burgess. And he just crashed over. The Samoan defence, I think they were a bit spent by this stage, you know. They'd put up with a lot in this second half, and Tom Burgess, if he comes crashing towards you, there's not a lot you can do to stop him, really. And there it is. There was the final try of the game, and England victorious here at St James's Park, 60 points to 6. Like I say, I'm not sure anyone saw that coming, but what a moment for England. A historic moment, really, and really kick-starts the Rugby League World Cup 2021, now in 2022, of course.
Yeah, go.
This program brought to you by Sportsbet's Bet with Mates. Start a group now and build a multi together. Gamble responsibly.
For the first time ever,
The ICC Men's T20 World Cup is in our own backyard. It's full throttle, all guns blazing, cranked to 11. It's screamers, crackers, biggies, beauties. And you don't have to stay up all night to see it. It's prime time every game.